สวัสดีค่ะคุณผู้ชมสถานการณ์ชายแดนไทยพม่าตอนนี้ยังปะทะกันเดือดยังคุกรุ่นอยู่ศูนย์แถลงข่าวรายงานข่าวเราไปรับชมกันค่ะ
So a very good afternoon and welcome to the press conference on the 11th of December 2025 for the afternoon at 1600 hours. Of course, I'd like to reaffirm on the points, the principles that the Royal Thai Armed Forces have upheld in the operations, on the military operations in the past couple of days of the operations. The first principle that we have upheld is on the basis of the legitimacy. The operations, I wish to reassure all of you, is under the legitimate operations and is based on the proportionality and necessity to respond to conflict and respond to threat, namely the imminent threat that the Cambodian armed forces have posed against our Thai troops. And of course, the rights to self-defense is another issue or another principle that the Royal Thai Armed Forces had upheld as our main principle in the conduct of the operations. All in all, the operations that the Royal Thai Armed Forces has conducted is to defend our sovereignty and our motherland. The second principle that the Royal Thai Armed Forces has upheld is based on the humanitarian principle. And may we remind all of you that the conflict that is occurring now is actually the conflict between the governments of Thailand and the government of Cambodia. The victims or the innocent people are not part of this conflict, and we strongly hold our commitment to that, and we are ready to assist all the affected civilians, be they Thai nationals or Cambodian nationals, in their effect on the result, as part of the result of this conflict. The third principle that we have upheld is based on the transparency without risk to operations. We are here and willing to disseminate all information as much as possible, as transparent as possible to members of the public so that they are informed of the operations that the Royal Thai Armed Forces conduct based on the principle of transparency. But at the same time, we have to hold on to some of the classified information because that could affect the operations of the troops on ground. The fourth principle is one voice, one message, and this is the primary reason for the establishment of this press, the Joint Press Center that we have here, and we wish to disseminate all the correct and truthful, accurate information to members of the public as much and as quickly as possible. And we have set up the conference time to be at 1000 hours and 1600 hours every day until the operations ends. The fifth principle is based on the morale communication. All the communication that this Joint Press Center is communicating to members of the public will be based on boosting the morale and hopefully to be able to win the hearts and minds of the general public. Now, in regard to the timeline of the events that took place today and yesterday. Of course, the 10th of December was at the end of the 10th of December, we have seen various important or key events taking place, namely at the 2300 hours, the Royal Thai Navy conducted their operations, which is codenamed Trat Prap Porapak, against the invading forces and the threat, the imminent threat to the security and safety of the Thai people by bombarding some of the key facilities and key locations across the border in Trat province. Another issue, another key event was actually that happened on the 11th of December 2025 at 4:35 hours, with the Cambodian troops opened fire at the Thai installations in 4 areas, namely Chong Bok, Chong An Ma, Ta Kwai, and of course Ta Muean. And of course, in response to that threat, we have to retaliate and respond by a return fire. Another key event is the shelling of the civilian homes and facilities across the border, and notably in Surin province. A couple of family houses have been affected by the indiscriminate bombing and shelling of the Cambodian artillery fire. And also another issue is on the immigration aspect. The Royal Thai Police, in coordination with the Ministry of Interior and of course Ministry of Foreign Affairs, have coordinated in preparing for the return of the Thai citizens across the border, and they have set up not only the facilities to help out the return of the Thai citizens, but also the process of screening the Thai citizens coming back from Cambodia. Next slide, please. So we have here some pictures as evidence of the shelling of the innocent civilian homes by the Cambodian side. And this are the pictures in Surin province. This is like a family home for one family. And also another picture here, again in Surin province, resulted from the shelling of the Cambodian armed forces, the indiscriminate firing of their artillery. And now, as the statistics for the shelter centers, so far we have set up 934 shelters for civilians evacuated from their homes, and of course currently there are 258,617 people who have been evacuated to the shelter centers. As of date, 4 civilians have been the casualties of this incident, but I'd like to say that these 4 casualties have been the result of their own chronic diseases, not directly from the shelling of the Cambodian armed forces. The hospitals that have been affected, of course, 19 hospitals have been closed along the border area, and the other affected sub-district health promoting hospitals, 180 of them have also been closed. Next slide. Okay, there was also information on the social media regarding the evacuation, the request to evacuate 100% from the Trat province. We would like to say that this is not a confirmed information. It was not disclosed by the authorities. So please make sure that you listen to or you communicate through the official channels only in regard to news and information, because you can fall victims to fake news and misinformation if you do not actually follow the official or if you don't subscribe to the official channels. And one of the problem here is that there was a fake news distributed earlier in the morning in Trat province telling people to evacuate 100% from their homes and facilities. One of the affected facilities is, of course, the Trat hospital, and the hospital itself has just announced that that's not true. Trat hospital remains intact and the hospital is still in operation. So people and patients in the hospital is still being treated there. So they have not evacuated at all from the hospital. Okay, some of the fake news pictures, images of the explosion here that have been created by AI. Again, we'd like to caution the members of the public to be careful in, of course, in taking on the images and information that you receive on social media. Another image, I would say, of course, and the next slide, please. Of course, now to the issue of immigration aspect. The authorities concerned, namely the Royal Thai Police as well as the Ministry of Interior and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, have been coordinating in receiving the Thai citizens wanting to return homes. Currently, there are Thai citizens now being held across the border in Cambodia, waiting for the official process by the Cambodian authorities to allow the Thai citizens to return home. And the police, the Ministry of Interior and other relevant agencies have already been coordinating and try to bring back the Thai citizens home as quickly as possible. At the same time, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is ready to help and assist the Thai citizens who may have been having some difficulties in returning home, regardless of how you actually exited the country, be they legally or illegally. The Royal Thai Embassy and the Royal Thai Consulate in Siem Reap are willing to assist all Thai citizens in issuing relevant documents in support of their return to Thailand. And these are the images of course, the Thai citizens still being held across the border at the checkpoint by the Cambodian authorities. So they are now being speedily facilitated, and hopefully they'll be able to return to the motherland in any time now. Next slide. And of course, for the next slide, this is the information that the Royal Thai Ministry of Foreign Affairs would like to provide to all of you. And for those who are stranded in Cambodia and wanting to return home, you can actually contact the Royal Thai Embassy in Phnom Penh and the Royal Thai Consulate in Siem Reap as well. Okay, by downloading the QR code that you have on the screen. Right. So in regard to a lot of the wills and a lot of the kind-hearted people who are willing to donate either their belongings or some of the items to help support the military and those who are actually fighting on the front line. The Royal Thai Army has set up what they call the points of contact for any members of the media, members of the public who are willing to support in kind and in donation at these facilities and these places. At the same time, the Royal Thai Navy, who also has a frontline unit in Chanthaburi and Trat, they have also set up the communication centers and the donation centers in their appropriate facilities, be they at the Royal Thai Navy headquarters in Bangkok and also the Royal Thai Marine Corps in Sattahip district in Chonburi province. And if you are near Chanthaburi area, you can actually contact the Chanthaburi Trat Border Defense Command in the province of Chanthaburi as well for the donations in kind and in cash. And do's and don'ts สำหรับตรงนี้นะครับขออนุญาตพูดทั้งภาษาไทยและภาษาอังกฤษนะครับ We have the do's and don'ts ก็อยากจะขอ for the do's and don'ts we would like to of course tell the members of the public and members of media to follow what we would like to highlight here as the do's and don'ts. The important parts of the do's สำหรับdo's is of course you need to adhere and contact the authorities concerned in the area in order to access into the area in the front line. And for of course the don'ts, so please try to remain calm and try to refrain from revealing your locations. Nowadays, telephones, mobile phones have what they call the geolocation systems installed in the phones. So make sure that you actually stop sharing the geolocation on your phones because that could jeopardize your presence in the area. So some of the advices that we'd like to give to members of the public when they are in the place or in the vicinity of the front line, make sure that you refrain from sharing your location and try to also refrain from live streaming, videotaping of all the military installations or even the shelter centers of the innocent civilians because that could jeopardize their livelihood and the safety of the local population. And for the do's, and this is what you have to do, and we would like to ask for your cooperation in support of that. So once again, we would like to inform the members of the public and media to be aware of fake news and avoid sharing the unproven information. And of course, these are the channels that the members of the media and public can actually access in order to verify whether the information that they share are true or not. We also have set up what we call the open chat, where members of the media can actually verify the information that they receive, and there will be like staff and officials to help you verify that information. So now we open the floor for members of the media who may have questions to ask. In response to the question by the members of the media on the issue of the suspected sites across Strat province, the operations by the Royal Thai Navy is actually currently conducting against that particular site. We have the intelligence report that the site could be occupied by the BHQ unit of the Cambodian Armed Forces. So the Royal Thai Navy is now taking action against that particular site, and of course to justify their action because that is the location where we anticipate to be the imminent threat to the armed forces operating in the area. ขอบคุณครับ To the question on the whether the actual operations of the armed forces at the moment is being seen as decreasing, the answer to that is no, it's not decreasing at all. We actually conduct our operations based on proportionality and the right to self-defense. The operations of the services, they work together in coordination in joint operations in order to conduct and repel the aggression from the Cambodian armed forces across the border. So just in a quick translation to what Kun Marati from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs just mentioned, the question was actually on the repatriation of the Thai citizens from Cambodia across to Thailand. It seems to be prolonged. What's the reason behind that? And the answer to that is she believes that it could be the bureaucratic process that is taking long and the documentation process that actually kind of prolong and reduce the speed of the process. But the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is not taking that for granted. They are actually helping to facilitate the process to make it quicker and of course to help repatriate the Thai citizens as quickly as possible. The question was actually on the prolonged, what do we perceive being a prolonged operations, whether this operations will actually take, how long will the operations take? The answer from the Royal Thai Army is, of course, it actually depends on the aggression of the Cambodian armed forces. If they continue their aggression, of course, this will be prolonged. And all that we need to do is, of course, to occupy the sovereignty that belongs to Thailand, and of course to retake what is the Thai sovereignty and Thai territory. It all depends on the Cambodian aggression in that respect. In regard to the question, I was asked how many areas that we have managed to secure as our secured areas. At the moment, the Royal Thai Army cannot confirm the actual locations or the sites that we can actually safely secure 100%, but they are trying and they are advancing their troops to secure that. Another area of concern is the Hill 350 near Ta Kwai area, and of course this is still an ongoing effort by the Royal Thai Army to secure the area.